Welcome everybody back to the Built Different podcast. Hope everyone's having a great day. If you're not, let us fix that. The time is now to debut a new segment of our podcast called simply The Built Different Show.
Yeah.
And to kick it off, of course I'm here with Matt. Of course I'm here with Kem. Got my right hand, got my left hand, guys. And of course y'all know me. My name is Tom. But on this show, we're going to address everything sports twice a week, ramping it up. The NBA playoffs are here. The MLB season is in full gear. I'm in love with sports. It's great. The Knicks are legit. Tiger Woods is still golfing. I'm pumped.
The NFL draft's around the corner.
Yes.
Play-in tournament about to start.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys doing?
Man, I'm great. How about you, man?
Great.
Yeah, man.
It's one day at a time.
Spring coming.
Yeah, it's starting to get nice out.
Yeah.
Even though it's still shitty out, you know.
Man, I rise with this fucking weather.
Hey, yo. Hey,
You're the only
yo. I rise with this weather.
Well, yeah, because the winter, I don't know, man. The more I get older, the more I'm realizing I'm not a winter guy.
Nah.
Like, I'm hating it every single year, just worse than the prior year. I always, go into it optimistic, too. I'm like, you know what? This might be a cool winter. Let me just grind. And by then, I'm just like...
Psych!
By the end, I look like Rocky, after a few rounds. Yeah, it's bad.
Great.
But, bringing it back here, what are your guys' top 3 sports moments ever? Let's start there. I think that's a good spot to start.
Okay.
Sports in general.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can start off. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first one. I'll say Patriots win over the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks. It's just... that game was lost. Okay. I'm a Patriots fan, and that game was lost. You got Marshawn at the 1 yard line.
Mm-hmm.
My son shotguns it, and then hikes it and goes for a pass. And I'm sitting here like, it might not be over because they didn't hand it to Marshawn Lynch. Wait a minute. And all of a sudden, threw it, undercuts him, catches it. Crowd goes crazy. The field gets rushed. Richard Sherman's on the sidelines in tears.
Marshawn Lynch is walking away laughing.
Yeah, these motherfuckers didn't give me the ball. That was probably the most exciting Super Bowl for me, as far as Patriots
watching
and everything like that.
Was crazy.
Obviously, I could have said Tom Brady's last Super Bowl, but it wasn't with the Patriots. So that's why I'm going with one of my favorite Patriots Super Bowl wins.
Yes.
Another one I got of Kobe winning his 5th ring, putting him in the upper echelon of basketball, and just certifying him as one of the GOATs. He was one away from Mike after that one. LeBron never got to match him up in those finals, and it was disappointing. But at the end of the day, Lakers-Celtics finals, man, a second one in those 3 years.
Hell yeah.
Went to 7, beautiful. And then, this one might be 1, might be 2, I don't know, but I'm going to say it as number 1. It's just the Cavs Warriors.
Okay.
Come back 3-1.
Too. That's fire.
The second 2 are basketball,
okay.
yeah. But Cavs 3-1. Cavs 3-1 comeback over the Warriors 2016. It's just like, that series was the most perfect series, in my opinion. That last game, it was a close game. Kyrie hitting that shot. It's just, it was beautiful. Cleveland, this is for you. It was beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
That's fire. Yeah, Patriots. Yeah. All right, 1 football, 2 basketball.
Yeah, I'm going 2 football and 1 baseball, which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't watch baseball enough to have...
Football is my 3rd favorite sport. I love football, don't get me wrong, but to have 2 in here, I don't know. Football is beautiful because of their 1-game playoff scenario.
Yeah.
That's what makes football so great.
Yeah.
Because it's like a holiday every week.
Okay.
So I got the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, obviously. I was there with Matt.
Me and him were watching it out.
Nick Foles just out-dueling Tom Brady. I mean, I wouldn't call it out-dueling because Tom Brady did have a lot more yards, almost 100 more yards. He had 500 yards that day. But
the team in general, bro.
That was a crazy game, too.
That was one of my favorite ones, even though we lost.
Yeah.
But that was one of my favorite ones to watch.
It was a real emotional season because Carson Wentz came out of nowhere and was this MVP caliber player, sold everybody on Carson Wentz, and then he goes down, and then here comes 2 left feet, doofy-ass Nick Foles, comes in, saves the whole day, and then to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, that was just a story. The second one I have is Tom Brady winning his last Super Bowl, which is why I made that face when Matt said I would pick that, but
it wasn't with a Patriot, bro.
I'm picking that because
with the Patriots.
The thing with Tom Brady that like I haven't witnessed across any other sport was that he really solidified his GOAT status with that Super Bowl win. Now, LeBron, whether you think he's the GOAT or not, he hasn't had that moment yet. Maybe he gets it this year by winning a championship. I don't know. Highly doubt it. But he'll have that. Like, if LeBron is to win another championship, I think that'll be a big sports moment because that'll solidify him against Jordan. But when Tom Brady won that Super Bowl, no one, even the haters, were like, oh, man, salute. Don't want to say it, but Tom Brady's the GOAT. And just witnessing that and cheering for it the whole time was great. And obviously the last one, I got the Washington Nationals winning the World Series.
Yeah, that was big.
Just because that was a year where I was really depressed and I watched every single game of that unfold and it was nuts. The Nationals started off 19-31. We were getting trashed by every team we faced. Turned it around, made the playoffs, beat the Dodgers, beat the Cardinals, and then beat the Astros and won the whole thing, and it was great.
Nah, you were up that year, bro.
Oh my god, that was
you went crazy.
That was a beautiful time to be alive.
Hell yeah.
And that was right before COVID, like one of the last things before COVID.
Yeah.
What you got?
All right. So real quick, mine all B-ball. First is going
Love
to
that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, mine all B-ball.
Love that.
No games. First is going to be without a question one of the greatest moments I've seen in sports history is going to be the Michael Jordan, Brian Russell push Chicago over Utah championship. Wasn't feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit with that.
What year was that?
98.
Yeah,
I believe it is.
that was the
like
year I
98.
was. So see, like no offense, that was the year I was born.
Okay.
So I can only imagine being this age then, or like teenager, just capable of understanding the moment. That must have been fucking.
Yo, listen, and then so the crazy shit about it is that like that's a crossover before crossovers was even talked about.
Yeah.
Like now, first of all, that's one of the ill shit about that is that's a crossover before crossovers was even talked about, and then to see what AI was to do like just the year or two later, you understand.
At that point, it was only really like what Tim Hardaway.
Yes, like you
Tim Hardaway with
and
his
that
little
was more behind the back. You understand what I'm saying? Even though he was crossing you in the front, mostly he was hitting you behind the back and then going
because you couldn't get the ball. You couldn't get the ball. That was his signature.
Yes, it's crazy as hell. Yeah, so that moment there with Michael, then
that's
listen, you already said one, which is really, really crazy. But we already know we Lakers should,
Yeah.
So 01, 02, 03.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That
three
shit with Shaq and
I
Kobe.
I remember some of it, but I wasn't fully there for all of it.
Yeah, man, because listen, when I was a kid, I was a Lakers fan from the door as a kid. You understand what I'm saying? So with me having damn near 20 on y'all, you know what I mean? Being a Lakers fan, I saw the end of Magic and the Showtime era. Yeah. And I fell in love with basketball, but it wasn't like for me. You understand what I'm saying? It was not me really understanding the game. It was like, you know what I mean, just loving that.
See, so that's kind of like me, because I immediately fell in love with basketball, like, through the Lakers as well, but I didn't understand it with Shaq and Kobe. I fell in love with it then, but I didn't understand it. I understood it and fell in love even more with Kobe and Powell.
Exactly.
So yeah,
fire.
That's perfect.
Fire.
That's
still
perfect.
a 1-2 big man.
100%.
To show you the way that the game works. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. That was dope. But yeah, so that moment, and then like I said, it's just gonna be those Laker things because I'm a Kobe till I die. You understand what I'm saying? The last one is gonna be my man getting that 81. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you know,
hell yeah.
And I would say like
my moments.
if I had an honorable mention, it was Kobe's last game.
Yeah.
Because and Matt will know, I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan, growing up. But
you appreciated it.
Definitely appreciated the hell out of Kobe. But it was that game, and it's sad to say because it was the last game of his career. That game, I remember watching that game and then going back and like watching any Kobe documentary I could find. I was like,
it was inspirational.
Man.
It was beautiful.
I missed out on this guy's career because
bro, you were too busy.
Just ignorant.
You were too busy with Carmelo. It's tough. But for me, I would have said the 60-point game
was just
beautiful, I didn't watch it live. Yes. I was at work. I couldn't watch it live. I guess, but right when I got home, I rewatched it. I made sure I watched it.
Bro, that day was crazy because it was literally like Kobe's last game, Warriors beating the fucking all-time record. Fuck that game. We were on
talk about the all-time record.
But sadly not watching it live and already knowing what happened. By the time I got home, I already knew he had 60. Yeah. I already knew this, that, and third. So it's just like, that
and he got it hard,
sucks.
though, too. Yeah. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, they let him get it.
50 shots to get that shit. And he really only picked it up in the fucking fourth quarter, really.
Yes.
And it was nice, because at the end of the game, he was just running up and just shit. I was like, that's
for me too. And given one thing I will say, my man Julius Randle was setting the worst crazy moving picks on earth. But for me, if I had an honorable mention, it's easily probably the best Super Bowl of all time: the Patriots and Falcons overtime.
Oh, nice!
Coming back 28-3.
Nice.
That's probably my honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the Seahawks Patriots game it felt more detrimental if he had lost at that point in his career to that team. The Falcons one, it was just like, damn, 28-3. It's just like, fuck.
No, I remember after the first half.
He just started coming back and pushing and pushing and pushing. Yeah. But that would be my honorable mention if I had one.
NCAA tournament is over.
Yes, it is.
How do we feel about that this year? The women, I think, outshine the men clear as day.
Let's start there. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Let's start with the women outshining the men due to the high coverage of Caitlin Clark. I remember even asking y'all too early if y'all going to check her out.
You were way too early.
Like 2 weeks early and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much I was like, so it's kind of crazy, man, how hyped that was. But it was well worth it. You understand what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like, she's well worth it. Even the women in general, like
100%.
In total, you know what I mean? We gotta.
It did a lot for women's basketball.
Yes.
But her in general, and she's still only in college.
Yeah, that's it.
She's literally she's done this much for women's sports.
Yes.
In just her collegiate career.
And here's my thing. I really hope it translates to the WNBA.
I
feel like for women's sports now, I feel like they should let them play more in college. Like, hear me out.
What you mean?
Like, I feel like
you say hear you out.
Like, I feel like they should increase, because they only get to play 4 years, right?
Yes.
I feel like they should increase that to 8. And the reason why I say that is now college athletes are getting paid. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the big thing. Like, before, it's like, okay, well, they need to go get their money in the WNBA.
But the primary purpose of college is for them to get education.
Exactly. So another 4 years of education just in case they don't make it in the WNBA.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
That's interesting.
And it is a lot.
8 years is
because for me, it sucks that
you're 26, 27 by the time you're out.
Yeah, and a lot of redshirted guys playing right now because of the COVID year. That's 26 and 25. And here's half of Oakland.
But that's the thing. It's because WNBA is so poorly represented. Like, they want to break off from the NBA, and I don't know what that's really going to do to them.
If they break off from the NBA, NBA is funding most of everything. Yeah, exactly. So, like, they can't break off from the NBA.
So, my thing is because there's been so many women athletes that I love in college basketball, and then they go to the WNBA, and I really don't.
Nah, I don't think Caitlin Clark is going to be like that.
I know,
She's
but bro,
different, bro.
I thought that way about Maya Moore, bro. I thought Maya Moore was fucking different. Like, Maya Moore dominated college, and then she went in and dominated the WNBA, but you don't hear about that. She only played 8 seasons because there's better opportunities out there.
But wait, let me ask a question about what you just said. Yeah. Why don't you, as a fan of them in college, be as much of a fan of them in the WNBA?
The WNBA is horrible, brother.
Continue, right? But they still hoop. Listen, because I'm gonna be honest.
For sure.
I went to see Connecticut actually last year, right? To be truthful, they hooping, bro, and they hooping like they getting fucking busy.
And that's what I'm saying.
There's not enough exposure on them, and like you just said, I think that if the people went with them, you know what I mean, like that, like right now, if the same people that go with March Madness to the WNBA, because they're in the middle of about to have their new agreement, their collective bargain and for pay and all that shit now for them too. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And she just did a fucking amazing thing on demanding the ticket, and plus Ice Cube and all these other little leagues. $5 million just to play.
I would do it for 1 year. Like, I would low key do that for 1 year, then go to the WNBA.
You know what I mean? Like they're actually
$5 million?
Yeah, they're gonna get money. And she she was like the most elite scorer, but like it was like if you was watching that tournament, it was half of them. But my point is, it was a lot more. It was a whole bunch of other girls that were fucking super nice.
I love Angel Reese.
Yes,
she's fucking amazing.
Juju out in USC.
Yeah,
like bro, she's
Paige Buchers. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yeah, she's back. You understand what I'm saying? Like them girls get busy.
And that's what I'm saying. But that's my issue is like they get all this exposure in college, and then like go to NBA, and because of how poor of a product it is, because like me. And Matt, how many times did we go to like Applebee's or some shit and they have WNBA on and we look up and we're immediately turned off after like fucking
they're hitting
2 minutes, bro.
They're hitting the side or under the backboard.
And it's not a woman thing, it's just not a woman thing, it's just like thing. Because you look at college, they're playing amazing basketball and then WNBA, because I'm a fan of the sport.
Well, because for me also one thing that like differentiates them hugely is college sports in general have systems.
Yeah.
They have systems. Yeah. Everyone has their roles, this, that, and third. And if you're a breakout star, you're a breakout star. But WNBA, given there are a lot of real coaches out there, there's a lot of shit coaches in there. And, like, they just don't know what they're doing. But also, for me, I know how much people hate when I say this when it comes to women's sports or just WNBA. I'm still
this goes on a sexist rant.
No, I'm still such a... Because I want to watch. But there's got to be an excitement factor. And to me... The reason it is a 10-foot hoop for men is because that would be the height for dunking. It should be, in my opinion, lowered slightly. So there's an excitement factor.
They have the 3-point line.
The 3-point line is closer. The ball is smaller. They've already changed things to accommodate them being women.
Right.
Most women cannot dunk at a 10-foot hoop. So
I would say women aren't 6'4".
But that's why they have a smaller ball, right? So have a smaller rim. That's what I'm saying. If they had a
smaller rim, Brittany Griner would have been a
fucking
god of.
Yeah, but
they would have been talking about her like
because there is no Wilt Chamberlains of the WNBA because they physically can't impose that type of shit.
That's spitting.
So I just feel like to make the game more interesting and evolved, just slightly lowered enough to where instead of 6% of the WNBA can dunk, let's make that 25% of the WNBA can dunk. So it just brings an excitement factor to it. That's just my thing. Because they always say, well, we aren't getting paid as much as the men. You're getting paid more percentage-wise per fucking franchise, but there's just no one watching it. If people are watching it, you will get paid more. That's just my whole thing on it.
Watching it, going to it.
So you think lowering the rim would make people watch it?
It would bring a little bit more excitement. If I'm seeing somebody, one of these chicks getting banged on, the highlight. Maybe not just having people watch it more, but I'm saying the clips online in general would bring in revenue. Just clips. Just a clip of one of them just getting fucking tomahawked. The clips on that alone will bring in more revenue than half these games do.
Okay.
It's just like still just highlight things will just go crazy, bro.
Yeah, we'll have to have this debate some other time because you also make this is great because I didn't know this. This is good shit because I didn't know you felt that way. And I'm not
trying to shut down.
The Bill Different show is gonna be.
Thank you. You told me he was about to spit, so you had a take on this that I didn't know.
Oh no, I didn't know before.
Okay,
I just know. I just
thought out too. Though.
Me and Matt have that chemistry now. Where I just fucking know when he's about to go bonkers. Because when Matt gets Matt gets a little bit louder and he's making eye contact with us and not the camera. And he starts hitting the table a little bit harder.
They got handles and all of that shit.
They got everything the NBA got except for the athleticism and the excitement. That's really it. And I'm not saying put that bitch to 8 feet. No, but nine and a quarter. 9 and a quarter. They can get up there.
All right.
So O.J. Simpson passed away.
R.I.P.
Crazy transition. O.J. Simpson passes away. What I did not know is that he was an MVP in the NFL. I knew he was great. I didn't know he won. I didn't know he actually won the MVP award.
5-time Pro Bowl.
Rest in peace to a nice, innocent man.
Damn.
Were you conscious when all that shit was going on? Mm-hmm. How was that? What was that like? He's the reason why I'm obsessed with Broncos.
So you want to hear some crazy shit, bro? I'm gonna tell you some of the craziest shit ever. When he was on trial, right? I was home. Mm-hmm. Of course, it was a different version of me. Like everybody, I lived in a building. It was on Prospect Street.
Let's move down a little bit.
I lived on a building in Prospect Street in East Orange, New Jersey. Like, so this building was probably a 10-floor building and shit like that. I lived on the first floor of the building and shit. He was going to trial. That shit, again, that was one of the first things that was ever like
nationalized.
Yes, like cases that they was inside the courtroom and all that.
One of the first ones were
like that shit never
shit's
ever
on
happened.
TV.
That was the first court TV. You understand what I'm saying? Like real talk. That was the first court TV.
Judge Judy was like, "Rest in peace to an inspiration."
That shit crazy, motherfucking bro. When he was found not guilty, the building was like you could. It felt like my fault. It felt like the fucking building was gonna collapse. Because motherfuckers was going crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like
people were invested into that.
Like
shit.
It was a fucking thing. You know what I mean? So like. Viral. That's all it is now.
Yeah, it was viral before viral was ever a fucking thing.
That's
bro.
all it is.
And everyone was talking about it.
I'll just say he's the reason I want a Bronco, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why.
Oh, I didn't did it. My bad. I didn't did it.
No, he's low key been making little bit.
He does this. He takes nap during the day. He'll take a nap for like 15 minutes and then be up. I think he's hungry.
He just hears us too, bro. Yeah. But no, OJ, bro. I mean, given. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive. I think the fucking cops fucked up by fucking with the evidence shit. I think motherfucker did it just based off the evidence. But I don't give a fuck because he was football player wise.
So yeah,
phenomenal.
Which topic? Yeah, that's why I was saying you got to pick which one you want to talk about. Because if you talk about the football shit, talk about you know what I mean.
But like that's why I skipped past it. Do I think he did it? Sure, whatever. That man was a meme in life. He was hilarious. And he's one of the greatest athletes of his time. So, hey, R.I.P. Juice, man. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with him, bro. He's funny as hell, man.
The other big headline that we got, because we'll do this, we'll throw like 3 top headlines into the mix. Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Is thinking about making a comeback.
Yeah.
How old is he? Like 47 at this point?
Bro, it's just like, bro, do I love Tom Brady? Hell yes. Is he the GOAT? Hell yes. Did he bring the Patriots to relevancy for my whole lifetime? Fuck yes. Do not come back.
46.
Please do not come back. This summer. You had your Jordan Wizard years as your last year here. Or last year in Tampa.
Here.
It was not great. It was not great, given the team was in and out of injuries. But, bro, please just go off into the sunset. Please. Just go off into the sunset. Do I love you? Yes. Please go off into the sunset.
Dude is so bored.
He's just bored with his life, bro.
He probably had it was the work because you saw him on the field so much.
Yeah,
like he really wanted to get out there.
I know he does, but I mean,
hey, if he comes back as a 47-year-old and does well,
a year off of playing too, a year off the physicality.
But he kind of said it in the clip too, like it would have to be like
the right situation,
like a Joe Flacco situation to come play.
And I get it.
Because imagine he goes to the 49ers and then like Brock Purdy goes down and here comes Tom Brady. Like that's ridiculous.
That would be.
But listen.
That would. You just got rid of Brock Purdy. Tom Brady coming to the field. Like whoa!
Somebody gonna try to crash.
Oh my god!
Like just knowing, like
it's just like I'm just just go off into the sunset, big dog.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Go off into the sunset.
Leave it alone.
But I do.
You got nothing else to prove, though.
Yeah, nothing.
I think he can still play.
Of course, he can still spin it. He said,
no. Fuck that.
Every day.
This guy is the guy saying LeBron just needs to retire, but Brady still can play. I think.
I'm tired of Bron, man.
Come on, bro. LeBron could clearly still fucking play.
Well, I never said LeBron couldn't.
So why do you want him gone? If Brady can't, you think Brady can still play? Go off into the sunset. You're already retired.
Yeah,
come back.
Before we go to
I'm not feeding him for him to come back. I mean, if LeBron was to retire and come back at 47, I'd feel the same way. That's just crazy.
47 is tough because that'd be 7 years old.
I know, let's go, because it's a testament to Tom Brady that, Aaron Rodgers is 41. His whole body just fell the fuck apart. He was terrible the year before his body fell apart. I know there's people out there that think Aaron Rodgers is going to be great for the Jets and everything. I think at best he's going to be average.
So far, that eclipse was 2 times longer than his Jets career.
Yo, and him running with the American flag was so iconic. Like, if he didn't get hurt that game, that would have been great. That would have been a shot.
It would have been crazy.
But now it's a meme. The world we live in today, we're running around with the American flag as a fucking meme now. Yeah, so the playoffs are literally midweek.
So last game today.
Last game today, as we're recording this, it's Sunday. Should be dropping on Tuesday. But my first question isn't about the playoffs. My first question is, who is the MVP? I'll let you start, Cam.
Damn, man, I didn't think he was gonna come right to me.
Pause.
Man, no.
It's like,
pause. But listen, man. Shit, man. Like, I got three.
There's three obvious people.
Yeah, man. Like it's three, man.
It sucks because if the Bucks didn't do that Doc Rivers shit, Giannis would be a 4.
Yeah, it would be a clear-cut 4.
His stats support it.
No.
You're about to play Giannis?
No. But you took the word, so I don't have to say that part. So I'm going with Shea.
Okay, cool. And
is Luka, baby? It's Luka, baby. Jokic won his as a 6 seed, under 50 wins.
I'm in the middle here, man.
Luka, better stats, 50 wins, 5th seed, only 6 games back from the 1st seed.
Yeah,
I think Luka. If Luka ain't winning it this year, when the fuck is Luka winning it? In my opinion, like, god damn, and given he's still 24, so it is.
That leaves 25. Me with a choice, man, because you got Luka,
but then you got Jokic still, man.
Come on, man.
I really just hope it's not Jokic.
Yeah, man.
Whoa, relax. Jokic is fine.
So you're telling me Jokic is MVP over a guy that's averaging 34 points, 9.8 assists.
No, that's why I chose him.
9.2 rebounds. He averages
38% from the 3.
10 threes a game he shoots to still shoot 38.
Career high.
Of all the shots that he shoots and all the times that he could fall apart, 48% from the field. He broke the Mavs scoring record, which is bizarre. He carries the Mavs so much, and then you got Shea, who this Thunder team
as of right now 1 seed.
This Thunder team's rebuild exhilarated because of Shea becoming literally a superstar before our very eyes.
Thank you.
100%.
Shea is,
and I've been on the boat since year 1 in OKC.
And my thing is, it's like what Matt says, and this is what leads me towards Luka, is because I think what Luka has done with this Mavericks team is a little bit more than what Shea has done with this OKC team.
You are out of your mind.
I don't think so.
Both of y'all out of y'all mind.
When you talk about
Luka has done more with just you even saying that without Kyrie being there, averaging 26. What? You got the stat.
Who has the better team around him?
25.
Who has the better team around him?
OKC.
Okay, and that's my point.
But Luka didn't do. Listen, no.
He's saying Luka got a great sidekick.
Yes,
great.
For you to say that, honestly, Luka doing it by himself.
There's only been a couple of games where Kyrie has truly won it for the Mavs. Most of their wins
it's not about winning it. I'm talking about leading them, the way that you're saying it, the way that you just said Luka. If Luka would average his numbers and shit like that by himself, but with Kyrie being there, you don't think they have a better win op?
Of course they do.
Okay, so it's not a Luka like it is a Shea.
But
for me, though, because you're saying Shea, it's just Shea there. Obviously, Jalen Williams doing his thing, Chet doing his thing.
You kind of convinced me a little because Shea does play great defense.
100%. And 100%. He's leading the steals this year, too.
Yes.
So, but the one thing I will say, other than giving defense, because that's Shea clearly. Yes. Clearly, Luka offensively does just not just scoring, talking about passing, rebounding, getting his guys open, getting his guys just in the positions. Luka is light years.
Yes,
light years. But Shea, I'm not shitting on Shea. Shea is top 3. I'm talking about all-around skill, though. All-around offensive skill. Light years in that term. Just because Shea really still don't got a 3. Shea doesn't pass like he does. Shea does have the best midi in the fucking game,
I'm not shitting on Shea, but if there's games in the playoffs where the refs aren't really calling the calls for Shea...
but he get to the.
I know.
I know. His
game's great. I know.
His offense is actually predicated in the spots where he's either going to get the call or make the shot. That's what his offense.
His offensive game is like the most polished version of DeMar DeRozan in his best year ever type of polish. As far as getting to his spots where he's gonna make it.
Just for the playoffs, because it's half court for the playoffs.
Yeah.
My thing is though, Luka, right? You can say, he has Kyrie.
I love both these guys, so it's couldn't go wrong if he win.
He has Kyrie. I get that.
I just got visceral about that part.
Of course. Now you were amped. I love that. You were amped.
I love it.
He has Kyrie, but I'm gonna make a point here.
Okay.
And it's about the whole team that's around him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway was fucking a forgotten thing in this league before he fucking got to Dallas, and Luka was passing him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Gafford, no one gave a flying fuck about before he got to Dallas. Mm-hmm. But that's fine. But being on Washington, you should be able to put up stats.
People knew he was good in Washington. Just because you didn't know he was good doesn't mean.
I knew he was good as a player, but PJ Washington.
Yeah, people were shitting on him.
Is a fucking dog now that he's in Dallas. And there's so many examples. Like Spencer Dinwiddie was fucking efficient in Dallas. Fuck Spencer Dinwiddie, right?
Yeah, he's on the Lakers now. Fuck him, bro.
And Kyrie is the most important part to this because Kyrie was with him too. Kyrie actually wants to play basketball now. Mm-hmm. Because he's with Luka.
That's why I said that.
Like, this guy had all the opportunity to play with Kevin Durant and James Harden and, invest.
He did not want to play with James Harden.
He has not been as invested as he is now since he's played with LeBron.
And Luka out here saying, oh, yeah, there's no Batman and Robin. Kyrie's Batman. I'm just Superman. It's just like, God damn, bro. When Luka said that, I'm like,
and that's the thing is, Kyrie, yes, he's averaging 26. He's had some big games, but Luka, in any kind of pressure, in any kind of situation, he's making it out. Yeah. And that's the thing. With Shea, the only thing that I have against him is, like Matt made a beautiful point about the offense, and what I was trying to say is, in the playoffs, when refs are not giving Shea all the calls that he normally gets, and I'm not saying he's a foul hunter or anything, it's just the way that he plays. It's just like Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson goes to the playoffs and the refs thought, there's a game or two where they're not calling it for Jalen Brunson, I get a little nervous. Now his 3-point shot's better, but Shea don't have that 3-point shot like Luka. Luka can just pull up, defense heavy on him, pull up too. Mid-range, turnaround, whatever.
As far as shot creators, but around the court, Luka trumps him. But if we're talking about 18 feet, 18 feet.
And I just think about all around.
Shea's the best.
I just think about all around game.
And his defense has been instrumental to
defense
success.
Really is strong
OKC
in that.
has the possibility to be the number 1 seed. I'm fine with either. It's just to what Matt says. If Luka doesn't win it this year, when does he win it? Because this year has been absolutely bonkers.
If he's 34. Basically 10-9. He doesn't win it on that.
He's not old enough to win it yet.
Is Shea old enough? No. Okay. I was like, whoa.
No, we didn't get to that.
You know who is old enough? Jalen Brunson.
Jokic is old enough.
Do you guys know the average age of the predicted star or
to break out? It's
30.
usually 27, 28.
There you go.
Yeah, because that's when their prime starts. 27 years old.
There it is.
That's when their physical prime starts.
That was a good little combo. That was a cool little combo.
Yeah, I'm cool with either one. I'm cool with either of the 3 winning: Jokic, Luka, Shea. Jokic, because a third MVP will put him into
GOAT.
Yeah, top 10 categories if he can add more rings to those 3 MVPs. But Shea and Luka is it'll be a start to something. Yeah. And that's what I really want to see.
He is going, as much as it's going to be hard to say, he is going to, even though we're in positionless basketball, but they're listed as position for whatever, what I mean, when it comes to stats and inductions.
It's hard for me to say no to Shea, man.
But, and even when it comes to Luka, Jokic, bro, it's not a hard no. Fucking tripping.
The only reason I say it's a hard
assist, rebound, shot, and even his fucking field goal percentage, he is going to be the GOAT of centers without a question. Yeah. You understand?
The only reason I say it's a no is because the years that we said no for LeBron and the years that we said no for Kobe is because they coasted to their good stats. It's just the way it is. Like there's nothing too like dominant about Jokic this year. No, even though he's just doing it now.
The first half of the season it was dominant.
Yeah.
But the second half he had a month poor stretch, and then the second half he's just coasting.
I'm really not gonna lie. It's hard to say no to Shea though because the OKC. From being the last play-in spot to potentially first seed.
You're such a flip-flop little bitch. No.
Oh my god, let's move on that. No. But who are your top 5 title contenders? Now, this is not necessarily the top 5.
Yeah, you gotta start that way this time.
I'll start.
I'll say I got you, but yeah. All
right. So my top 5 is number 1. I got the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
And I think there is a little bit of pressure on Jokic this year but this is the thing is if he cares about it, this could really cement his whole legacy if he is to win this title. And if he doesn't win the title this year, it's hard for me to see the Nuggets winning again without any drastic improvements because there's a lot of teams coming up.
That's true.
So I think there is a lot of pressure on the Nuggets, but I don't think the pressure even touches Jokic because he don't give a shit either way.
And I think that
that team is the best team in the West.
If we're talking about whole team chemistry, just knowing where each other are going to be on the court, that team is fucking beautiful. That's why I do not want the Lakers to face them round 1 because literally Denver is the only team I'm scared of.
The only team I could really see them
because they bring their A game against the Lakers every time. Jamal Murray bugs every time.
But can I ask, are you scared of them in the first round or? In a potential championship.
I mean, given any
Nuggets
round,
are the only team. Nuggets are the only team that absolutely have the Lakers number. Like,
but I want to know.
I would say I'm more scared of them in the first round because we can gain momentum leading up if we catch them in the conference finals.
That's all. Okay, I just want.
Or in the second round.
Right.
But if we catch them in the first round, it's just a dead wall. And I'm not saying we can't beat them, but it's just fucking hard,
it's
man.
Two knockout drag.
Yeah,
out, you know what I'm saying?
So my number 2 are the only, and I have 2 teams for number 2 because it sucks that they're paired up in the first round with each other. These are the only teams that I think can beat the Nuggets. I don't think the Thunder can do it. I don't think the Timberwolves can do it. I think they're still too inexperienced. I mean, the Timberwolves, I really want to be shocked if they go on a run. But the Clippers or the Mavericks. I think
sucks that they're going against.
I think whoever comes out of that has a really good shot because the Clippers, let's face facts, they're finally fully healthy at this point of the season. Year in and year out, our conversation about the Clippers has always been, if they're healthy, they're one of the most best, deepest teams in the league. Like they got guys like Bones Highland, just wherever on the bench. Some nights he's not playing, and that's crazy to me.
Some nights he'll put up 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And go off for 15, 17
minutes. And then the Mavericks, it's like we've seen what Luka can do in the playoffs, but now you're adding, we've seen what Kyrie can do in the playoffs. And this team is built perfectly around Luka. All these guys, like I said,
they're like
PJ
14-1 with Gafford starting.
Yeah, Daniel Gafford, all this shit. They still got Lively off the bench.
Yeah, Dante Exum's randomly a good small forward now.
This is just a perfect team for Luka.
Derek Jones Jr. is an athletic rim runner that can just beam it on anybody.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's so unfortunate whoever loses this
is a first round exit.
Yeah, bro. It's not fair because both these teams I feel could easily get to a finals run.
Exactly.
Easily. So it's just fuck.
Now, the only thing the defense is going to win in that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whoever because I think PG.
And Jason Kidd is a very underrated defensive coach.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
People shit on him for the Milwaukee days, but Giannis still says to this day he was one of his favorite coaches, even though people say he stunted Giannis's growth. How can you stunt a 2-time MVP championship? Yeah. Come on, what are we talking about, bro? How are you stunting that guy?
My number 3 is the Boston Celtics. Now, the reason why I don't have them 1 or 2 is because I forgot which analyst said it, but I agree with it perfectly. It might have been Nate Robinson. I could be wrong.
Nate Robinson, analyst. Yo, shout out Nate Robinson. He going through it right now. Get him that kidney, big dog.
Get him a kidney.
Yeah, shout out him.
With the Celtics, it's whatever. It was a perfect quote. Whatever it is, the Celtics don't have it. Whatever it is. I am not. It's been all season. I haven't really been convinced. They've been dominating,
easily the number 1 seed in the league.
We get to this point in time every season where Jason Tatum goes into the playoffs with all these expectations. fails. I think Jrue Holiday is taking a step back. Kristaps Porzingis isn't as reliable, but they're all healthy and they can win.
Derek White though.
They're the best team in the East. I kind of expect them in the finals if they don't lose to the Bucks or the Knicks or the Heat or whoever the fuck. The East is interesting.
No, because if they get the Heat first round again, it'll just be funny.
But I got them third because they're best record in the league. Okay. They've beaten a lot of good teams. They've smoked a lot of good teams.
They've also lost to a lot of shit teams.
Yeah. It's just how I feel. It's just they don't have it, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. But number 4,
I like that though.
This might be a shocker. I got the New York Knicks. Reason being is because they play as a really good team. And the first round, we have a question of matchup I'm looking forward to the most, and I'll spoil my answer here. It's whoever the Knicks play first, because if the Knicks go into the first round series and Jalen Brunson is still playing like the Jalen Brunson that he did, the defense is going to be great regardless, especially if OG is on the floor. Mm-hmm. Tom Thibodeau is working his ass off. I'll finally give him his flowers. Has he overworked the players? He always fucking does. But he's really working his ass off because he got DiVincenzo out there fucking scoring 30.
Fucking 30 all the time. His fucking... Bro, his over-unders be like 27, and I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me.
OG, like, Thibs is really using OG for his defensive presence, but OG can play on the offensive side of the ball, which, still waiting to see that for the Knicks. But overall, it's a great team. They play great defense, beaten the Celtics, have beaten the Bucks, have beaten, like, just about anybody in the East. If Jalen Brunson goes into this first round and he's as good as he's been all season, I think it's scary hours and the Knicks can do something. And number 5, I got the Suns. Reason why I got the Suns is because if Kevin Durant is to, again, it's another situation. If Kevin Durant is to show up, he has this ability to really fucking take over, especially in the playoffs. Very underrated because, he hasn't won it without being on the Warriors. But if Kevin Durant wants it, he'll get it. But that's the thing. How bad does Kevin Durant want it? How bad does he want his
No. How bad does his teammates want it? Yeah. That's what it is for me. Because Kevin Durant wants it. But how bad do the people around
Bradley Beal, for whatever, he was like, I'm hyped. I'm ready to win a ring. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So after their last win, Bradley Beal, he got the exit interview. And he was just like, oh, man, I'm hyped. I'm ready to win a ring. Let's go. Just like, oh, man, you should be the last one, lazy ass. But that's my top 5.
Okay. You want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. So number 1, I got Denver. It's just like
everybody.
Yeah, bro. It's just best team in the league, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck about record. I don't give a fuck that they're tied for first, 3-way tie for first. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about none of that. They're just clear and away, in my opinion, the best team in the league. Hopefully, they can just, for their sake, hopefully it could just, double, go back to back and just, have a nice little cleanup year. But number 2, I got OKC. Yeah, I was just trying to defend Luka against Shea, but bro, that team is also all around effective. Good. They got a good bench. Gordon Hayward brings them some experience. But, still, he's a bench player and everything. They still got, Jalen Williams, who's just emerging into, a secondary scorer. You got Lou Dort for defense. You got Chet for defense and offense. And he's a big-time shot maker in the clutch. You got Giddey.
My only issue with the Thunder is, they're, like every team, they need to get punched in the mouth. Yeah. And I think it's going to happen this year. I'm not saying they're a first-round exit, but they need that playoff experience. They need that heartbreak. And then I think, once they're set in stone, it's over because of how much draft picks they got. They're scary. They can get whoever they want.
I think this year, I think they're at least a good second round fight. But at best, I could see them running it to the finals.
But at the same time, 100%. They run into a team like the Lakers, who very fucking grizzled. I don't know if that's the word for it. Very seasoned, very experienced. Seasoned. I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know if they could beat the Lakers.
Neither do I. But we're the Lakers, so I'm fine with us beating their ass. But anyway, so number 3, I do got Celtics, just like you had Celtics. I'm just not bought in. To me, it's just I feel like Like you said, they don't got it. I feel like they are just the number one proponent of playing down to their competition. Always. They always have been since the two-headed monster of Jaylen Brown and fucking Jason Tatum have been a thing.
By the way, Sin, DeJounte Murray cooked the Celtics. 44 shots, 44 points. Rest in peace, Kobe.
44 shots, 44 points. Don't you ever mention Kobe's name. I know he said he felt like Kobe. You know, please shut the fuck up with that shit. And that was 2 weeks ago, bro. What the fuck? You could have just texted him that shit. Don't you ever do that again. Where the fuck was I? Yeah, I'm just not bought in that they're about to beat whoever comes out of the West. I don't care that they are clear to cut the way the best team is.
Because especially the team that comes out of the West, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. They're gonna. The West is war, bro. Yeah. Whoever comes out of the West went through war because 1 through 10 are great teams.
Yeah.
So whoever comes out of the West, it's straight just
especially
war.
if they're fully healthy.
Number 4. So yeah, your 2 spot is my 4 and 5 spot.
Yeah.
Because Dallas and the Clippers, bro. It sucks that they're one of them's not gonna make it past first round. It really sucks because those two I could easily see running it to the finals as well.
It's gonna be a spicy
So
series.
It's just like, and given my list is heavy West, heavy West because I feel like the East right now I don't trust the Bucks just because they got Doc.
Goddamn if the Bucks
they got Doc
and win the whole thing.
Lillard's been real hit or miss this year. I don't got the Knicks just because their second best scorer is still out for the year with Julius Randle. So it's just like it's tough for me to really rely on DiVincenzo being that number 2 guy all the time. Given I know Jalen Brunson's going to do Jalen Brunson type shit, but it's just clear cutting away. East is Celtics to me, but everyone else is West. Everyone else. You up, big dog?
Yeah, here we go. All right, so real quick, all agree on the Denver pick for number 1. Number 2, I'm totally against everything y'all said. I like Boston for number 2.
I mean, hey.
Only because
I can't. So that's the thing. I can't argue that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. I just don't believe.
If you had the Celtics first, I would have been like, I can't argue that.
If you're still there, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with like the experience of Denver for number 2. You said a lot of good take where it doesn't really matter about the stretches. We already know what they're going to do fully healthy. You know what I mean? Because this is the time that they actually play for because they've been here. You know what I mean? So that's to be expected. Then that's why I like Boston number 2 now with the additions that they got. They actually gave Drew Holiday the 4-year money.
Which I was shocked. 4-year, 135?
Yeah, they gave
He's already starting to regress.
4-year for a clearly regressing.
But and then I wouldn't say this year's a regress.
Yes.
Because he went to a team where he was number 2
I don't care about the offensive stats. I care about the defensive stats.
Yeah,
He's fallen down on
Derek White's kind of
jumped
above him as better defender and everything.
Yes. But Derek White has totally grown, period.
Yeah.
Like, he's grown crazy.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy. You got these 4, and then you got Derek White.
It's just
Al Horford.
It's just nuts.
Sam Hauser.
Yes, I actually like them because I think that just the experience of the two-headed monster, like we spoke about, like they're inexperienced and fuck-ups and shit, like in situations past. You know what I mean? They got a whole lot of fucking experience, y'all.
Oh, the Celtics
like, you understand
ridiculous.
Like, they got crazy, like, you know what I mean? So, without a question, I like them throughout the East. So, that's one.
If they don't
East,
and if the Celtics don't win it this year, I don't know when they're ever going to win it again.
Yeah,
I think they're blowing it up if they don't win it this year.
Then I'm stuck with number 3, like y'all 2, but it's lower down on the list. I like Clippers, number 3. Should these old motherfuckers get together, get experience,
and I was hoping
how they actually have been playing in spurts without all pieces and shit like that to see.
And then this is why I put the Clippers number 2 with the Mavericks because when it comes to the Clippers, it comes down to one man.
Yeah.
Kawhi fucking Leonard. People need to not forget who this guy is when it comes time for important basketball.
To
me, he's a killer on both sides of the ball. Absolute killer.
And their coach.
Yeah.
Is the scheme king when it comes down to that. So you're going to put them motherfuckers in the best position
every time. To me, with Kawhi this year, he went on that crazy stretch of like 35 a game, 40 a game where he was bugging. But then like other than that stretch in the beginning of the year and the end of the so far this part of the year, he'll put up 33 one game and then 8 the next game. And it's just like really fucking me up of like his consistency. Maybe he's just taking a game off, getting ready for the playoffs, which could be a thing. But I've seen it multiple times throughout the year. And Paul George this year, given he's been picking it up right now, but he has not been there to pick up when Kawhi isn't there most of this year. So it's scaring me. And then, Harden had a really good burst in the middle of the year once he got to the team. But now, lately, he's been dog shit.
Yes.
And then Russ randomly is
like
just whatever off the bench. Norman Powell's whatever off the bench. And it's just, their team is phenomenal. But it's just, it's really inconsistent. Inconsistent.
I can't wait. But remember, they're playing the same team every night.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Schemes are different.
Yes, they're playing the same teams every night, so it's hard for me. That's why. So 4, I'm going with Milwaukee, even though they're shaky because of that same shit.
I can't argue it, bro. They got the 10, like Dame and Giannis and everybody else, and they've all got the experience of playing together and shit.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, I'm not gonna.
I'm just turned off with Doc Rivers, bro.
Yeah, me too.
He don't make adjustments.
I haven't been on with you guys to say what I think about that too. Listen, I think that I don't. At that point, the player's gonna be the players. He's gonna do what you just said. He's gonna be the timeout, motherfucker. Hey, there's maybe an exposure here or there, but at that time, that's what the fuck they get paid for.
Sadly, I feel like he's gonna have. I feel like he's gonna have the wrong people in at the wrong time.
Listen, man,
because that's Doc.
It's
that's
been
what
all
he
year,
does.
bro.
If he
Since
does,
he's gotten there, and the reason why they have a losing
Giannis
record.
need to bug on him and be like, "I'm going in" or something. Or we need Dame in. Get the fuck.
We need to see that shit. And then 5. Who I'm going to go with is a dark horse, right? Out of the West. Oh shit. Well, I can get my dark horse.
Well, we can transition right into that.
Yeah, my dark horse going to be Minnesota.
Yo, that's my dark horse.
But this is crazy. See, this is crazy.
Because I said it to Matt. I said, "Yo, I can't believe I'm putting a potential number 1 seed in the West as the dark horse." But I got that Timberwolves as the dark horse.
It's crazy that somebody tied for number 1 in their conference right now is being considered a dark horse, but the West is so stacked. No one's talking about Minnesota. And it's crazy.
And they got they got the star. They got Anthony Edwards. They have the defense. They got a potential defensive player here in Gobert
for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean Gobert's looking better. I don't want to say that yet, and then they get smoked in the first round because the other team has a fucking center that could shoot. But Cat, when he was on the court, was great. I'm kind of nervous of him just coming back at this point in time, which is why I don't have him. If Cat played the whole year, I'd have them in the top 5 because I was raving about the Timberwolves, and they got all the defense around him.
Jaden McDaniels, Ants picked it up on a defensive end OD this year, along with his ridiculous offense.
It's just like, I don't know. There's just something missing there. I think it's probably, a big, veteran point guard that not named Mike Conley that can get them through. But I like it. Yeah, dark horse for sure. Good list, too.
Yeah, okay. No, solid. Okay. Showing love to Milwaukee just because I've been shitting on them for no reason.
Who's your dark horse?
Well, you haven't even gone over your top. Oh no, you went first, right?
Nuggets number 1.
My dark horse isn't a dark horse, but we haven't talked about them as far as top 5 teams. None of us did. So come on, my Lakers.
Yeah, I knew you know the L ready, man.
That L's y'all got up is the L's y'all about to take.
Hey, we were a 7th seed last year. What happened? Made it to the conference finals.
Yes.
Big LA,
I mean,
baby.
The thing with that is just don't ever, even though LeBron hasn't won in a few years, just don't go against LeBron. That's just what I've learned.
And hey, I say Lakers go into the conference finals unless they see Nuggets in the first 2 rounds. Then I'm scared.
Yeah.
But
big LA.
It's going to be hard.
So last question, and we can move on from NBA. We can make this one quick. What's the matchup you're looking forward to the most?
We all probably...
We've all kind of said it.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
It's a finals level matchup in the first round. It's sickening to me, bro. It's exciting, but it's also so sad.
What Luka has done to the Clippers in the past,
oh my God.
The Clippers are going to be playing like they want to kill these motherfuckers. The Mavericks are playing like they want to kill these motherfuckers. There's a lot on the line, too. When you think about legacies, Mavericks, if the Mavericks are to lose, it's a first-round exit. We're now starting to look at Luka as oh my God, can this guy actually get a team to the finals? But then if the Clippers lose, we're looking at James Harden. I don't think we would necessarily look at Westbrook, but we're looking at James Harden, Paul George, those two specifically as, all right, what the fuck? Y'all
What's it going to take?
Yeah.
You guys are running out of time. Kawhi, ain't no pressure on Kawhi. Yeah, ain't no pressure on Kawhi. He's got 2 rings, 2 finals MVPs. He's chilling. But everybody else on that team?
Yeah.
And honestly, in my opinion, the more games the Clippers win in the playoffs, the more pressure gets put on KD. So Luka just better finish them up quick.
There's a lot of legacies on the line.
If Kawhi can win a ring this year and KD can't, like we've said on here many times, that's another stain on KD.
There's a lot of legacies on the line because we're talking about the Celtics. Like if they're to fail, we're going to be looking at
Jason Tatum. It up, bro. Cause
the 76ers, if Joel Embiid does come back and he's healthy and he like lays another egg in the playoffs, we're going to be looking at Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks, if they're a first round exit, that kind of kills all the fucking momentum that comes with that.
Yeah.
But then you're talking about Kevin Durant on the Suns, Luka, Clipper. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a banger of a playoff.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that's supposed to be there.
Oh, and then shit. Even in the again in the East, obviously you got if Milwaukee don't do nothing, Dame. Now you got a superstar next to you. You still can't do it. Mm-hmm. And then with Cleveland, it's just like if y'all don't make it out the first round, Donovan Mitchell gonna be leaving next summer. Yes. Not this summer, but next summer probably. Gonna probably request a trade. There's a lot of things lying on this shit.
And here's the thing I would like to say that I did love about this NBA season is, for example, Kawhi played the most games that he's played since 2017, which was
7 years ago.
At this point.
7 years ago.
Kevin Durant has played the most games that he's played since 2019. Mm-hmm. And Zion Williamson has played the most games he's ever played.
Nice.
And I'm honestly, I get it. The Pelicans probably are like maybe one of the weaker ones of the bunch, but I'm kind of interested to see what Zion does in his like first actual like playoff run.
Yeah, Zion.
We can't forget who Zion is. Like he's building his legacy too. He can.
And honestly, when the Pelicans did make it to the playoffs, bro, the 7th or 8th seeded Pelicans took Phoenix to like
to
6 games, but it was a hard fought 6 games. Yeah. And Brandon Ingram was putting in fucking pain on Chris Paul and Devin Booker. So like, bro, like that team could really do something.
Moving on to baseball, in my opinion, it's been a fun start. I've loved baseball so much this year. What's your quick opinion on the season so far?
So far, it's been really, really good. Like I was going to say, we was having a little bit. What I would say is, Yankees, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I have it as a note. Juan Soto is a legit difference maker, bro. Because this Yankees lineup has been so fucking dead for years, and you just inserted one Juan Soto around all these other guys that have been
injected
there,
life into
and
everything.
Now it's greatness.
Yes,
and I'm really happy about that. Bro. And I know it's only like we're like 10, 12, 15 games, whatever. 15, whatever amount of games we're in, but. That's why I always said Juan Soto's the truth. I got to see it in Washington. A kid that was 20, 21 in the World Series hitting big home runs with no nerves at all for whatever fucking reason. This dude was not nervous whatsoever. And now he's in pinstripes, the Yankees.
Yeah.
And if they can do anything this year, like get to the World Series or even just go somewhere, he's going to be a legend. That's all I got to say about that. But what about the pitchers with their elbow injuries? Because that's kind of dominating the league right now. So
what would you say about that? Like, what do you think is like going on? Why?
Well, I think it's when pitchers, and this is why we're seeing a lot more younger pitchers thrive, is because when it comes to these pitchers, they're used to pitching one way their whole life, coming up through Little League, high school, or I just skipped middle school. Little League, middle school, high school. Then they get to college or they go right to baseball. And this pitching clock has changed their whole fucking routine. Now they have to pitch faster and everything. I mean, that's the one thing that's changed. That's the only variable that's really changed for all these injuries that happen. And
I like the pitching clock, but it's still like...
It made the game faster, made the game more exciting to watch. I mean, shit, my fiance watches baseball because of the pitch clock. I wasn't even going to try to get her into baseball if it was still...
Too long before.
Yeah. But some notable pitchers, Yuri Perez, Spencer Strider, who was taking over the league by fucking storm. They were talking about him as like the next Nolan Ryan. Shane Bieber, who was on a tear this year, 2 starts, no runs, gave up. Sandy Alcantara, right after his Cy Young season. Jacob deGrom, I mean, I know that was last year, but he's one of the best pitchers ever. And then you got Garrett Cole and Framber Valdez, who have elbow injuries, not necessarily Tommy John,
right?
But you could tell like they're one fuck up away from fucking up their whole elbow, and they're both going to be out for months. So Yeah, I hope this isn't the common theme throughout the season.
I hope not either, but I mean, like, it has made the game faster. I don't know if the direct correlation is the pitch clock, but in what you explained and knowing that pitching is based on...
Because you think about it, like, they're throwing 99, 100 miles per hour. Yeah. And they're doing it faster now. Where before they got to like throw a pitch, wait 30 seconds, let their arm come back, throw another 100 mile per hour pitch. Now they're just man. I can see why that fucks people up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a direct correlation. I mean, by putting it that way, but I don't know, man. They wanted to make the game faster. They're trying,
and they want to get more profitable. It has done that. Like, I won't lie, it has done that.
For fiance, so and that's something that they wanted to do. You know what I mean? That's the way to do that. But I don't know what we're gonna do about that because they're not gonna.
Off seasons are going to be a lot more important.
Yeah, because you can't.
You got to take more care.
The thing that sucks is that they just came to their collective bargaining agreement a year ago. Yeah. So this can't really be revisited unless everyone's like, "Fuck this!" Like, we change this, or we're just straight up not playing, which won't happen because these motherfuckers want their millions.
So does this have anything to do with Shohei? Is that why he's not going to pitch?
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention Shohei. Shohei had Tommy John surgery as well. It's just we don't really care because he's still hitting because he's a fucking demon. Yeah. But I mean, Shohei's always kind of been a little injury prone with the arm, but. Yeah, man, that's a good point. That's another Tommy John surgery I fucking forgot about.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, and not to mention all these other pitchers that have shoulder injuries, forearm injuries, whatever. That's just an even longer list. But what's your most surprising thing this season?
I think I just probably said his name.
Juan Soto?
No. Juan Soto's not surprising because he's he's a dog. But just surprising, the Yankees totally. I love that, the 12-3 right now. But Shohei, man, that's the biggest shit right now, man. I'm watching that like all the other shit in the world.
That's why I said like the MLB season started with some real spicy drama,
which never
like Shohei, the face of the sport, possibly getting kicked out of the sport.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That dude is dancing on fire.
That one had me locked in. I don't even fucking know nothing about it.
And then like the crazy,
there's so much rabbit holes you could go down with that too.
And so listen, why it's the most surprising, and me saying his name is because. I don't know if you know, but when he hit his first home run the other night in LA,
oh my god, that story!
Girl, did you hear? You know the story about that shit?
The girl fucking got basically pressured to give up that.
Yeah,
ball.
Like they split. It was like worth 100,000. But the moral of the story, and why I'm bringing up his name again, is in his presser afterwards, he said he took pictures with the girl and stuff like that, and he never did none of that. Like he didn't. You know what I mean? So. If he lied at that point, do you think he lied about the...
Listen, I think he absolutely was betting. And I don't think it's really like... Was he fixing games? That's a whole nother conversation. But like in Japan itself is very legal with sports betting. Like it's very, very legal. He probably could have found love with betting over there, came over here. And I'm not saying Shohei is dumb, but I think his language barrier is ruining... a lot of things because it's like you said. I don't know if he lied about that, like about how he took pictures with the fans. He probably just didn't know what it took to get that ball away from the fans. And it's the same thing. Like the interpreter, if this story is true,
that story is fucking crazy, bro.
Stealing millions under his nose, and he's so rich that he's not gonna see that. Unless he's like watching his finances like a mother. But he don't got time for
he that. He thought a 5-year, $20 million contract was huge. So when he said that's what that was offered to him, I'm like, what the fuck? He just got like $500 million.
But my most surprising thing. Besides that, because I think I surprised everyone. I'm sitting there like
I don't be in the MLB sphere, so when I heard that, I was like, God.
It felt like just like steroid scandals and everything. I'm like, fuck, baseball's going down the drain. But this one, brother. But I got the Pirates are doing the damn thing, and I know I said 2 days into the season, I said the Pirates were going to win the division, but they're doing the damn thing right now, currently real time, and Paul Skeens ain't even up yet. Dude's throwing 100 miles per hour in AAA right now. A dog. He's not even up yet, and that's what they have. It's like making a trade for a player. Yeah. But they already got him, and they're just waiting for him to just be ready to pitch in the major leagues. And I mean, the Royals are cooking too. Them nasty ass Kansas City Royals. I'll flame them all fucking year, even if they're good all year. They're disgusting, and I don't know how they're so good, but they're really fucking good so far. Damn. That's really what I got.
Okay.
You guys got any questions? This should be.
I mean, for me, just because somebody who doesn't watch the game as much, wanted to get into the game more, and I've known it my whole life, and I've watched games here and there and shit, but I don't follow the sport, I don't follow the stats, I don't follow the players or anything like that. 5 teams that you can name that I should watch to get me more into the game.
I mean, I'll give you 5 things that you should watch to get you in the game.
All right.
1, I would say watch Game 6. Well, I mean, watch a recap of the series and then watch Game 6 as a whole, and then you can do whatever you want for Game 7. 2011 World Series, Rangers-Cardinals. I don't like the Cardinals. They ended up winning, but that series was amazing, especially Game 6. Game 6 was fucking crazy.
Okay. I'll say I did watch half of one series before. I watched the Astros series.
Teams to watch, it's a little bit harder because I would give you players to watch.
Like players.
Julio Rodriguez on the Mariners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fernando Tatis on the Padres. I don't care if he did steroids. That motherfucker's exciting to watch. I would say the Dodgers. You already like the Lakers.
Yeah.
So I would go watch
all of the Dodgers is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, their pitching is great. Their hitting is fucking monstrous.
I'll say I've watched a few Yankees games.
Mookie Betts is like one of the best players of all time playing right now. Ohtani, obviously. Freddie Freeman, obviously. I mean, the Yankees are exciting.
Yeah.
Like, their crowd is invested. Judge is there. Soto's there. It's funny. I just gave you a random game from fucking 2011. There's also,
Game 6.
even though the Astros cheated, like them versus the Dodgers, I believe in 2017 in the World Series, that was a fantastic series. That was a banger. I would just say watch baseball playoffs.
Okay.
That's
I do want to get more invested, but it's just I already have.
The playoffs bring more out of a fan base because I traveled to Washington D.C. once from New York to go to a playoff game there, and I didn't think the Nationals had the fan base that it did. But motherfuckers were there. It was crowded. It was electric. There was like no one from the other team there. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers were throwing beer. Like it was in another situation. If beer is poured on me, I'm tight. In that situation, I'm like, yeah, brothers, like crazy.
You were on the big screen too, big dog.
Yeah, I was. TBS. They owe me.
Send that check.
Hey. What you got?
Well, I asked you my question. I wanted to know about the injuries too, but I wanted to know what do you think was the correlation to the injury?
I mean, I also think even though it's more so the pitching clock, I also think it's that these I don't want to say dumbasses because they got no other choice, but it's these young motherfuckers coming up throwing 100 miles per hour. That puts a lot of stress on your arm. One pitch, 100 miles per hour does a lot. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about dudes that are doing it several times a game.
Yeah.
You have to be the healthiest of healthy to fucking avoid it.
What's the fastest pitch you ever?
I think it's 104, I believe.
No,
me?
Yeah.
Throne?
Yeah.
Anyway. We're getting closer to the draft. I want to talk a little bit about Caleb Williams, of course. How do you guys really feel about Caleb Williams? What's the feel?
I mean, he wasn't at the combine, right?
No.
It leaves a lot to be desired as of right now. Mm-hmm. Does he have the potential in the world? Fuck yeah. But I don't know, man. He's also not a big QB either. Yeah, he's 6'1", but he's not
he's
big.
He's
he's 6'1", I think 210, but he's not big. He's not like Cam Newton or some shit out there. Yeah. And he can move. He's mobile, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's a little. I love him, but I feel like there could be a little overhyped.
Okay.
Could be, but I love him. If the Patriots draft up or trade up to number 1 and get him, I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it.
I like that. Well, I actually like him. I think that there was a drop off in his last, college season.
I just think for
he was tailored for that.
Yeah, I mean for a kid like Caleb Williams in college, there was a lot of pressure put on that motherfucker at the beginning of the last college season, bro.
Yes.
And I can see where it got to him. And honestly, I'm fine with how reacting, crying in the stands. Kind of losing it a little bit because I would rather see him go through that in college and be ready for the NFL. Even though
have the experience, so it doesn't fuck him up when he's in the league.
Well, I still don't know though. So
that's
so like the other part of it too. Like when we go to the mechanics and all of that kind of shit, like his escapability, his pocket awareness, all he that shit is he can move. Like, you know what I mean? He can get the ball.
And he's going into a situation in Chicago, most likely Chicago, where they have the team built around him perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Got the receivers, got a decent, like not the best O-line, but an O-line that's gonna at least let you do your thing.
It's not gonna let him get hit.
The defense is good, so like they're gonna be in every game that they play as long as their offense is.
I mean, obviously he's probably gonna go there. Justin's already in Pittsburgh, so like, you know what I mean.
They gotta get some quarterback.
They're not. Yeah, I'm talking about Patriots trading up, bro. They're not giving up that pick.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they're gonna get.
I mean, they denied. I think. The Commanders number 2 and their next 2 first rounds. So anything past that, I don't think is really worth it.
That's the only place he did work out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. With Chicago,
and that's my thing is like he wants to be number 1. I think he's either going to be really good or he's going to be really bad.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's where I'm at.
Reason being is it depends how Chicago media treats him because. You're coming off of a year where they may have figured out something with Justin Fields.
Yeah,
and they got rid of that to buy into the hype of Caleb Williams. Well, so if he ends up bad. The media's going to be on his ass.
I think super high ceiling, super low floor. That's what it is for me. Like, I see he could be a top 8 quarterback in the league one day, but he also could.
I think he could be. It's like Dom said. Like, I feel like he could be top 3 because this dude has the frame, he has the skill, he has all of it. He's been in a lot of pressure situations already.
What about the kid? So I know this primary question was about Caleb Williams, but what do you think about like Jaden Daniels or Drake May or
when it comes
Drake May's a big motherfucker.
When it comes to those quarterbacks, unfortunately, I compare him to the quarterbacks that we've had coming into the league recently. Like CJ, like Bryce Young, for example.
These motherfuckers are Jaden Daniels to Bryce Young.
Yes, because I think Bryce Young is really talented, but he got thrown into one of the shittiest situations you could get thrown into.
No, I'm saying like you're comparing it. I'm wanting to know what
because these motherfuckers are like. No offense to the Patriots, like whatever quarterback goes to the Patriots, they're gonna be in a shitty situation. Commanders, they're gonna be in a shitty situation. Like we're talking about new coaches, new teams, rebuilding, all that. Whereas Caleb Williams is going to go to the Bears, who have a coach that's been there for a couple years.
Question is more, do you think any of them are better than him?
Caleb?
Yeah. Even though he's a projected
skill-wise, talent-wise, no.
Even though he's a projected
But can they be better? I mean, of course.
Awesome.
Like we saw.
You said skill-wise, talent-wise, no?
No, but like it's very situational because
as
I think
of right now,
the consensus was that Bryce Young was better than CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud went to a beautiful situation in Houston where everyone's rookies, everyone's hungry, and they ended up thriving. Whereas I don't. It's tough. That's what it is with the NFL these days. Because, like, was Sam Darnold a bad quarterback? No, he just went to the shitty-ass Jets, and that ruined his whole career.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Now, what about... All right, so I asked that question because I don't think that he's the number 1 pick.
Caleb Williams?
Yeah, I think he is the number 1 pick.
But you don't think he's the best player?
Yeah, I don't think he's
the best player.
Like, it's a toss-up. Like, I like Washington State's quarterback. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Michael Penix.
I mean, okay, yeah, I do know him then, but
when we're talking about like NFL, I think that he is the most.
He's more ready.
Yeah. He's the most ready. He's totally like just accurate, like as far as being like a pinpoint passer. So he's perfect whether under pressure or whatever. He's still going to get rid of the ball in an NFL way.
Yeah, I mean, he's cool. But there's a reason he's not being touted as up there with the rest.
I'm going to tell you why. That's why. So he's my dark horse, right? But I'm going to tell you why. They talk about his injuries, but his injuries were injuries that were sustained like in like the end of high school and shit like that.
Yeah,
like it's not like nothing that has to do with anything right now.
But it does.
Totally all right.
It does have something to do because he's getting hit by absolute fully grown men rather than fucking people in college or people in high school.
But he hasn't had any injury history at all since those injuries. So
I know. I'm just saying though, like as to why people are saying that.
It's like if you break your arm.
Me, I haven't done a lot of like research on this kid.
Do you think that matters when you're 18 or 19? Like, or in their case, 23. Yeah. 20. That's all I'm just saying. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing.
That's fair. That's
you know what I mean? They're not using it as like a.
What do you think about JJ McCarthy?
I think he's super efficient.
In the right system, I think.
So I think he's super duper efficient with what he was asked to do. So I think that totally translates. You understand what I'm saying? Like he was only asked to throw the ball 23, 24
It's a
times.
super heavy fucking quarterback draft.
Yes, you know what I mean.
I can see a few of them really breaking out and actually doing really fucking.
Yeah, I think Drake May probably is going to be like the one that.
I'm pretty sure he's mocked to the fucking Patriots right now.
Yeah, I think he's probably
because the Commanders are in love with Jalen.
You understand what I'm saying? Like he's literally going to kind of be pretty good because of
he's
just
big. He's like 6'3", 6'4". He's like 230, 225.
You know what I mean? Like he's big. He's ready. But anyway, excuse me.
No, you're good. Yeah. The last topic I really have,
the
last topic I really have for football, unless you guys want to talk about anything else, is just Cam Newton.
What about
funny
Cam
as
Newton?
fuck.
Oh, bro, you saw the brawl?
Yeah, I mean, like this dude is built different. Like, built different. Always love his career, but like he still is just talking shit about how the Falcons should sign him and this team should sign him.
No, you're done, bro. You're a great podcaster now, bud.
Yeah, like they said, his comment was specifically, which was mad funny, that the Falcons got Kirk Cousins when they could have had Justin Fields, Cam Newton, and Michael Vick, all with less money. And I'm like, bro, are you on crack?
Bro, he's in his own world, but hey, I fuck with it. You cool, cool, Cam.
Oh, man.
You funny as hell. You was one of the best quarterbacks of all time for 2 years. It was great.
That was actually a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Shed a tear a little bit because that was
shout out you, but just you're a great podcaster, dude. Stay in your lane.
So, built different or not, as you guys know, I'll randomize players, but I've already picked them this time. Hint, hint.
Oh, shit.
So, here we go. Built different or not, Tiger Woods.
Built different.
He definitely built different. What the hell?
I don't know.
If you're a GOAT in anything you do, you're built different.
It's a sports show. Man, I wanted to get some Tiger Woods mentions in there. Okay, yeah, I think he's built different. Bro. He's the only one that could ever make me watch golf.
Okay.
Phil Nichols got it going, but
Fuck Phil Nichols. It's Tiger Woods.
He said, "Oh man." Well, no, yeah, Tiger, bro. Of course you.
Yeah, I want more. I want more older person insight. How was that? Like getting to watch Tiger Woods through his.
That was fucking amazing. That was amazing. Like because it was something that again I knew about, but didn't have any kind of where I came from. I didn't have any
experience with it.
Golf, you know what I mean? Yeah. So to see him playing it and shit playing miniature golf and shit like that.
Of course, that's different.
You know what I mean? And shit
18 hole.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the things I wish I could have lived through was Tiger Woods in his prime.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Being aware of it, because growing up, I heard Tiger all the time, but I wasn't.
Because bro,
I'm not watching golf at 7 years old. Fuck, I am.
If we were to include golf in our top 3 sports moments, Tiger Woods winning recently, the one that he won.
Yes. I thought we were gonna say Happy Gilmore.
Bro, I wanted to I wanted to shed a little tear when Tiger Woods won, bro. That felt so great.
Coming back like that. Yeah, that shit.
What was that 2020 something?
19.
Or was it
it was right before COVID.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. Mm-hmm. But all right, Alex Rodriguez.
Well, am I going with baseball?
No, it's just built different.
Him as a human?
Damn, I'm going to say not.
Boo.
Yeah, it's definitely no.
No?
I like A-Rod. He owns an NBA team now. Yeah. He was a great player.
He is the best shortstop of all time.
What?
He got best shortstop of all time.
He got it with J-Lo. He cool, bro.
He built different, bro. He rich. He got to take steroids.
I mean, in general, if we're comparing him to an average Joe, of course he's built different.
Yes.
Well, no,
but if we compared him to some built different ass motherfuckers,
come on,
I don't know.
Hey man, we can have a whole nother conversation about this on the next pod. But Alex Rodriguez is built different to me.
Okay,
Ricky. Fucking Wolfie. If you feel different, let him fucking know.
Please, bro.
Let him fucking know.
So Isaiah Thomas,
which one?
Not the midget that's hanging on to his career. Detroit Pistons.
Bad boy Pistons. Bad boy Pistons. Of course, bro. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Yeah. He'd be considered probably the GOAT point guard if he was in this era. 100%. He's. Oh my! What do you mean? Yo, what do you mean? Bad boy Pistons, bro.
Oh, I think he's a little too bitter for his own good.
Yeah, is he? He's super bitter. But, bro, he was smoking MJ, bro. Before MJ had his team, he was cooking him, bro.
Yeah.
And not just cooking him ball-wise. He was beating his ass. They were beating his ass.
And the Pistons beat everybody's ass at that time.
Exactly,
like, in all truth, that was built different. Simple.
Yeah, bro. It's
Lightning McQueen. It's like, no. Built different as fuck.
She said, get the fuck
she, like, my fiance is, like, absolutely, like, questioning my, like, obsession with Lightning McQueen.
Some said like 13 times in this sentence. Anyway.
Deshaun Watson. To conclude this,
that motherfucker built different, but not for any good reasons. He's the bad version of built different, bro.
I've never seen someone that obsessed with massages.
Yeah, he's built different.
Hey, that's insane.
Listen, I give great massage. No, I'm playing. He's different, all right.
Cause like, he's not built different.
He's different.
He's different.
He's different.
Maybe he's built a little different in the wrong way.
Yeah, that's why I was saying wrong way. He's
opposite. 1,000 ways to use a word, man.
Yeah.
Because like, listen, a massage feels good. Don't get me wrong.
Great.
But going out on that, you wanting a massage that badly that you did that
He's dying on that hill, bro.
Yeah, he still got fucking paid though.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's rich.
Motherfucker.
That's why another reason why he goes different.
Yeah.
But with
guaranteed case.
But with that being said,
while getting the massage,
that was the first episode of the Built Different show. I don't know about you guys, but I had fucking fun doing this.
Yeah, we
getting to talk about everything.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Getting to talk about everything felt so good. Moving forward, we're gonna keep this at 2 shows a week. We're gonna have a little during the week crew, a little weekend crew, and overall, man, I'm just happy to be doing it with my gents right here. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave some feedback. We would love that. Give us some ideas, whatever you want to see. We'll try to make it come to life. Sell your souls. We got a lot of content coming.
Yes.
Me and Matt been cooking so many ideas.
We got mad ideas.
We're gonna do this shit.
Past podcasting, bro.
570 subscribers.
Yeah,
we're here.
We coming for that thou,
and we want to be your dumbasses.
Coming for that thou, that bando.
Get up.